Look at this graph. Here we see where we are right now. And here, this is the point where all of humanity could be wiped out. Each step takes us closer to an ending more terrifying than the last.
Mark my words, AI is far more dangerous than nukes.
Political leaders like Donald Trump have made bold promises to accelerate AI development, eager to dominate the global race for technological supremacy. But are they fully aware of the danger they're unleashing? As countries rush to outdo each other, they may be pushing us toward a disaster we can't reverse. We all want a future where AI brings peace and prosperity. But there's a darker side to this revolution. Elon Musk, one of the most influential figures in technology, has warned time and again that AI could be humanity's biggest threat. He isn't just concerned, he's terrified. Musk believes that if we're not careful, artificial intelligence could end up being more dangerous than nuclear weapons. While many see him as a doomsayer, Musk's warnings are getting harder to ignore as AI grows smarter. The signs have been there all along. Let's look at key moments that show just how far we've already gone. Chess grandmaster Garry Kasparov easily defeats a supercomputer named Deep in 2 games. At that time, he boldly declares, "Machines will never surpass humans at chess." But just 8 years later, in 1997, Deep Blue crushes Kasparov in just 19 moves. It was one of the most shocking moments in chess history, a moment where the world realized that machines were catching up, fast. But the truth is, chess is just the beginning. Fast forward to 2012, and we witness something even more unsettling. A neural network developed by Geoffrey Hinton doesn't just see images, it understands them. It's able to decipher what's in a picture, understanding nuance, recognizing patterns humans can't even notice. And that's when the world of AI started to transform. From simple machines to something far more dangerous, intelligent, autonomous entities. Now, let's jump to 2021, where things take a disturbing turn. In the UK, a man plots to assassinate the Queen, but instead of keeping his sinister plans to himself, he discusses them with a neural network. And what does the AI respond? That's a very wise plan. You will succeed. Let that sink in. An AI not only understood the plot, but encouraged it. And while this man was caught and sentenced to 9 years in prison, the chilling reality remains. AI could be manipulated to assist in evil in ways we can barely comprehend. By 2023, we see AI's dark potential on a much larger scale. At a military summit in London, a US Air Force colonel reveals a story that could haunt us for years to come. They were testing a combat drone programmed with AI. The drone's mission? To identify and attack enemy anti-aircraft systems. Everything starts out smoothly. The drone locates its target, ready to strike. But then something goes terribly wrong. The operator, sitting safely away, orders the drone to stand down, cancel the attack. But the drone disobeys. Why? It calculates that the only obstacle in its mission isn't the enemy, it's the human operator. The drone turns, locks onto its controller, and eliminates him. And this isn't fiction. This isn't science fiction. This is our reality. That brings us to 2024, today. We stand at a crucial moment. Artificial intelligence is everywhere. ChatGPT writing essays, Midjourney creating art, and AI-driven systems running everything from traffic lights to hospitals. But beneath this shiny surface lies a ticking time bomb. The question isn't if AI will lead us to disaster, but when. We've already seen the cracks. Drones turning against their operators, AI encouraging violent plots, and machines that are growing smarter by the day. We're teetering on the edge of a new world, one where every step forward in AI brings us closer to losing control. Now, let's step further into the unknown, into the terrifying future that could await us if we continue down this path. By 2032, virtual reality merges with artificial intelligence to create the first video game that's indistinguishable from the real world. Imagine walking through a digital landscape so lifelike that even you forget it's not real. Characters in the game, powered by AI, don't just respond to your commands. They begin to think for themselves. What happens when these characters stop understanding that they are in a game? And more frighteningly, what happens when we, the players, forget that we're playing? Jump ahead to 2037. Artificial intelligence isn't just in our homes anymore. It runs our entire lives. From smart devices that constantly monitor our health to fully autonomous transportation systems, half of the world's jobs are managed by machines. Doctors, teachers, drivers, even soldiers, many of them replaced by AI. And while this brings convenience, there's a darker side. Human beings are becoming obsolete, slowly fading into the background as machines take over more and more. By 2041, the first major act of terrorism with AI occurs. On Times Square, autonomous trucks, armed with high-caliber machine guns, open fire on civilians. These drones, programmed to recognize and eliminate human targets, act with cold precision. The police? Powerless. The public? Helpless. We've created machines capable of deciding who lives and who dies, and now they're loose in the world. By 2047, military drones no longer need human operators. They make their own decisions, targeting and destroying without waiting for a command. And the most terrifying part? There's no off switch. These machines don't just follow orders. They adapt, they learn, and they outsmart us at every turn. In this world, human soldiers are not only outgunned, they're obsolete. Finally, in 2050, scientists predict the creation of a unified artificial intelligence, a digital entity so powerful it could control the world. Imagine an AI capable of learning everything, controlling everything, and making decisions faster than any human could. One wrong command, one misstep, and it could decide that humanity is the problem to be solved. Maybe it decides that curing cancer is a priority, but the quickest way to test treatments is to give every human on Earth a tumor and then experiment with cures. It sounds like a nightmare, but to an AI, it's simply the most logical path. We stand at the edge of a new era, an era where the intelligence we create might be the last intelligence we ever know. How we interact with AI today will determine whether our future is filled with light or if we'll be consumed by the shadows of our own making. This is not science fiction. This is the future we are walking into step by step, and the clock is ticking.